Good morning.
I did not force that out. I'm sorry.
Anywho, good morning. Good morning and welcome to Cooley Outdoors. I'm your host, Brandon Scott, and I'm sure you noticed by now that I have that one today.
Hello.
And we're going to be doing a not quite repeat of an adventure earlier this summer. We are going up the Miller River Road to go to Lake Dorothy. We are doing it on bicycles this time. A couple months ago, we walked up this road to go waterfall hunting with the three big waterfalls that are along the road on the main Miller River, to see the waterfalls and see what the condition of the road is, see if we could ride bikes up to this to go up and then hike the Lake Dorothy trail to Lake Dorothy. We decided it was good enough condition, and so that's what we're going to go do today. We're going to go ride our bikes up the 4 miles up to the end of the road and park our bikes at the trailhead and then go hike the 1.5 miles to Lake Dorothy and go on from there. Thank you for joining us. So as one might expect, with a normally easy to access lake off of one of the main highway passes in the state, all three books are going to have it. 100 Hikes in Washington's Alpine Lakes. Hike number 2, Dorothy, Bayard, Deer, Snoqualmie Lakes to Lake Dorothy from the road end, 3 miles. Like I said, 1.5 miles a hike of trail. But you got to add 4 miles both directions, so it turns a 3-mile day into a 11-mile day at minimum. But 8 of those miles are on bicycles, so not too bad. Elevation gain only 900 feet over that 1.5 miles, plus the road, which is going to be like another probably 500-600 feet, so still 1,500 feet at most. Fling book. Beyond Mount Si, best hikes from the 85 miles of Seattle. Hope a newer version of this book comes out, more expanded version. Number 38, Lake Dorothy, same old 6 miles out and back. So you could go walk the extra 1.5 miles along Lake Dorothy, because Lake Dorothy is almost 2 miles long, and the trail parallels the long shoreline and then crosses the inlet and then goes up to more lakes afterwards. I'm sure we'll go to at least the end of the lake, and if not more, because there's a bunch of waterfalls and stuff. We'll probably be up here multiple times. It's probably going to be a revolving series, especially after the road opens up. After they work on the road and it opens back up next summer, and then there's tons of people. But at the moment, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 other cars, and they all have dew on their windows, so they're all weekend campers. So we're going to be the only ones on the trails today. Freaking sweet. That's what happens when you close a road. Nobody wants to do the extra mileage, which is understandable. And last but not least, 55 hikes around Stevens Pass, Wild Sky Country, for the as yet new, at the time of this book being published in the early 2000s, Wild Sky Wilderness, Stevens Pass, which is on the north side of the pass. We're on the south side of the pass, by Rick McGuire and Ira Spring. And hike number 20, Lake Dorothy, 3 miles, yada, 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 same, so on and so forth. So the hike itself isn't going to be that difficult, but you got to approach it, which means you got to get on a bicycle or on foot and walk an extra 4 miles each direction, which is obviously dissuading a bunch of people, because when we were up there the time before, that parking lot could probably hold, 40 cars?
Something like that.
And there are 5 on a sunny Saturday morning when it's going to get up to nearly 80 degrees. If the road was all the way open, that trailhead would probably be packed already. Mm-hmm. But it's not, so we're going to go enjoy ourselves.
Yeah. Ugh. Okay, bye Rex. So now we begin our 4-mile pedal up the Miller River Road. Little informationals. Yada, yada, yada. Register if we are going overnight. Oh look, University of Washington has deployed a number of trail cameras throughout Forest Service lands. These are part of blah, blah, blah. These cameras are tracking these will be prosecuted. Oh, yeah. So they're pretty much telling you, yes, they have wildlife cameras. Yes, they belong to UW. And they have GPS built in. So if you steal it and be a hooligan, they will find you. They will hunt you down. Destroy! Put down a bunch of rock to keep people from driving along. Oh crap, the seat's still at my father's height. I can't hardly get off this bike. Walk it past. Again, this is not our first time going up this road this season. If you want to see the original video where we walk up the 4 miles of road and go see 3 pretty large waterfalls, I'll put the link right there. Yeah, benchmark monument for the bridge. But this is why the road is closed. Cause that's some... Just give it a yeet, Kyle. Cause that washed out good. Mmm, yummy. But now we ride.
It's as hard as a rock.
Yeah, it is. It's because my skinny butt's been on it.
Yeah.
8 o'clock on the dot. Let's see how long it takes us to go the 4 miles to the trailhead. Avanti! Pedal, 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 pedal. 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 And we'll turn this off. Alrighty. We have made it into the road 4 miles. As you can tell, we wimped out a little bit and we are walking this last portion instead of riding our bikes. Of course, because we're slow and out of shape, it is 9:20. Hour and 20 minutes to get this far. So from here on in, it's going to be unknown to us. But yes, after they fix the road next summer, you'll be able to drive up here and park up here, and then it'll get a lot busier. But for now, it is just us. Now I gotta find a place to put bikes and begin our way. All right, time to oogie boogie. Here's the trail sign. As you see, if you are parked here, it's the trailhead. If you're gonna go up and around, comes the base of the lake, walk all around the lake. You probably hang out somewhere in here, but there are waterfalls there, there's waterfalls there. We can come around, play at the inlet of the lake. Probably won't go up to the ridge line, up to the top of the ridge line today, so we'll find somewhere to hike in there. This sign says Dorothy Lake 1.5 miles and Bear Lake 5 miles. If and when we come do this hike again, when the road is open, you can park there at the parking lot. We probably will not stop at Dorothy Lake. We will probably go to Bear Lake just to get away from the crowds of people. But that is not now. That is then. This is now. And now we will go to Dorothy Lake. Good. A trail crew has been through here. Because when we were here a couple months ago, that big old blowdown took up this whole section of trail and you couldn't see the trail for like 20 feet. So 1.5 miles, gain 800 feet, and then get to a 2 mile long lake and have splooge. And no, I did not bring my fishing gear. Why? Because even though it's been 2 weeks, I've not had time to go to the fishing store and buy a new line, so I'm not going to bother. But I really should and need to do that before Spring and I go to Yellowstone in 3 weeks. 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Oh, after pedaling bike, this kind of hurts, but needs to be done. I believe we've gone 1/2 mile or so, and that loud noise you hear is a waterfall, which we may or may not be able to see clearly with the camera. I could see it through the trees, but might not be able to see it. So there's the lower bit of it. Ooh, waterfall! In there, all out. Yonder. Schnur? Come here. Lake. Uh-huh. So the lake's elevation is 3058. So you gotta get up to about 3,100 feet to get up and over the ridge to get to it. We're at 25. Stripping time? Yep. It's getting there. I was gonna wait till we got to this trail, this bridge that goes over the creek first, but yeah. Her. Suppose I can turn the camera off. We don't need to watch you strip. Ooh. Look at all that open slidey rock goodness, baby. Oh my god. Oh man. There's a part of me that really wants to go stop and hang out by that water. But the other part of me knows there are bigger objectives for the day that we need to continue.
Wanna go down there real quick?
It's really flip-floppity tempting.
Wanna do it?
What does it look like from that drop? It looks kind of droppy. That looks a little too effed. We might be able to come around, but that's a pretty good shot from here. We've got to be getting close to this bridge.
That's too steep.
Yeah. But there's supposed to be a bridge crossing this creek right about here somewhere with another waterfall above the bridge. This trail is nice and rough and tumble, makes me happy. Exactly. Oh man, that's a lot of slippy slidey goodness. Holy slab, bro. Ugh. I think I heard Nash say bridge. There's bridge. Ooh, pretty bridge. Yep, Doss is bridge. Oh man, that's a lot of open rock. Oh man, dude, there is one hell of a swimming hole right there. I know, that's what I'm saying. I gotta get a picture of you first. Oh! Oh! Wow.
Come out with the sun's right up there.
Yeah, we might have to go hang out down there. If only there wasn't a lip there, that'd be a perfect slide.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if we would have come up here when we were here 2 months ago and how roaring this would have been?
It was really fun to slide that and you can just knock yourself on that.
Yeah. So that's going to be a long exposure when we come back down.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
That's a lot of fun. Look at that.
There's
All
supposed
the dead branches hanging down?
Uh-huh. There's supposed to be a bigger upper drop up there too. But yeah. That's freaking cool. That is cool as heck. Gotta take some for a Snapchat so everybody knows
Gonna get jealous.
what they missing out on, boy. Oh man, I'm glad the camera's been rolling. This is good stuff. Yes, I am posing for pictures. Fight me, YouTube. I can pose too. Gotta be an influencer. Oh my gosh, yeah. This is pretty cool. Yeah. No, I'm taking up the big boy pool. King Walrus. Now we've got a ridge line to climb. and go see 2 more waterfalls maybe. Because that creek out there, I know, it's cool. That creek out there comes out of the lake, and there's 2 pretty big waterfalls coming off of it. And then if we go to walk all the way for scale, go. You scale, go.
Me scale?
You scale.
Me scale.
You scale. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, bud. So there's 2 pretty good sized waterfalls that come out of the lake right when it drops off the ridge line. And then if we were to go, oh wow, this is absolutely freaking sweet. And then if we were to go all the way up to the inlet of the lake and go off trail about a 1/4 mile upstream from the inlet of the lake, there's what we call twist and upper twist falls. And it's like this, but even more constricted and even steeper. It's like 60 feet tall. It's freaking sweet. All right.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah. Where has this been all my life? Oh wait, I've been a national park noob. I've been a, what's the word I'm looking for? Not noob, not scrub.
Refurbished?
No.
No?
Hoity-toity like. Like it's too, I was too good to go hiking in the forest.
Uppity?
There we go. Something like that. The correct word will come to me later, YouTube. But this is cool as heck. And oh yeah, in case you were wondering, YouTube, we are in the we are west of Stevens Pass and Snoqualmie Pass, which means we are in the Snoqualmie Batholith. Yay! One of the prettiest rocks you ever done will see. Ooh, big rock. Big rock. So many distractions. We have a 2-mile long lake with islands we can go swim out to get to. Quit getting distracted. I have a feeling we're going to be going back to this lake and going up and down this trail many times. I think I can kill the camera now. Oh yeah, I'll grind out the mileage, yeah. Not so much mileage on this trail, but elevation. Kicking our butts a little bit. But I don't think we've gone more than 30 feet on this trail without there being some sort of cribbing like this, because this is a steep slope, and if there wasn't measures like this in place with the amount of people that come up this trail when the road's in service, you'll just be a mess in the summer. So it's a lot of infrastructure going on this trail to keep it in shape, which I am thankful for, because I'd rather be stair-stepped to death on cribbing than having to pick through a rooted mess. That would be a cool photo on the way down.
Yeah.
The bugs, man. Got a lot of blue sky coming up. We don't got much more up. You should be getting close, yeah. Slog it out, baby. Slog it out. So that thundering you hear right down there, that I'm sure we will investigate when we come back down, is Upper Florence Falls. Looks like one heck of a swimming pool there. But this thundering little chute comes out, and then right ahead of us is going to be Dorothy Lake. Now I saw my favorite thing in the world, a huckleberry. Been grubbing on these bit by bit as we go up. As soon as I turned the camera off after we crossed the creek bridge, we ran into a whole bunch of ripe ones, like I'm in right now, and I just literally eat them up. I love huckleberries, all three kinds of them, and I can't get enough of them. They're tart, they're not for everybody, but man, oh man, I cannot get enough of them. That thundering little chute down there, oh, that's sick. Huh? I'm not. Yeah. Yeah. You gonna go look at the outlet first, or you gonna go?
Too tired to think.
We are there, and there's a pair of toilets out here. I don't know, let's go look at the outlet real quick, and then we'll go along. Day use only, no campy here. You hear the nice little thundering waterfall down there?
I did. That was like close.
Let's go. Oh, look at that wall.
Right? I saw that. I'm like, I just want to stay here. No more walking.
I don't know, man. We got another 2 miles of lake to go explore.
Really?
Yeah, we can take a little. We can take a break here. Oh, survey marker.
Marker, I hardly know her.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at the creek really quick, at the outlet. Oh. Dude, this is absolutely gorgeous. Holy shit. Oh, the dew coming off of these gorgeously frosted huckleberry plants. Let's get a picture of that real quick. Frosted huckleberries. I mean, obviously not frosted. I don't think it got that cold last night, but I'm gonna pick a couple of these fat boys. And then, oh my god, you've got to be shitting me. Holy fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bunch of fish rings. I mean, I'm sure this thing's got tons of fish in it. Holy shit. Well, find yourself a spot, I guess. Oh.
Do you think we can just walk not the whole 2 miles, but just walk there and find a spot? Or it's probably up there, the trail.
Mm-hmm. We'll rest here for a bit, but I'm definitely going to the other end of the lake eventually. You'll be fine. It's flat 2 miles.
Oh, I know. Just
Holy
it's 10:30.
shit. I think I'm going to set up for a long exposure on this rock, shooting that way.
Do it now?
Yeah. Oh my god. Wow. Just absolutely wow. Outlet spur, that way. Day use only. Just took a long exposure over there, like I said. So now we're gonna hop along the main trail and continue on towards Bear Lake, which is 3.5 miles from this point. We're not gonna go to Bear Lake, obviously, but as long as I can get him to continue on, we will hopefully go at least the 2 miles along the lake shore to the inlet side, where there's a whole bunch of backcountry camps and 2 backcountry toilets, and somewhere along the way find ourselves a nice spot along the lake to hang out for the day. Yeah. But we rested for about 45 minutes along the lake. Absolutely dead calm, flat as glass for most of the time. Gorgeous reflection of a big snow mountain. Listen to the pikas and the songbirds and the fish jump. But now we shall cruise along the lakeshore eventually. Yeah, this is nice. This'll do. This'll very much do. Well, I think we have found our spot. Got ourselves a nice big rock sticking out into the water. Not deep enough to jump off the rock into the water, but we can go wade out over there. And it gets deep decently quickly. We'll have to see what the temperature of the water is, but I bet it'll be warm enough to hang out in. So I think we're gonna eat lunch here and then go for a swim and probably hang out here for a while. We did see some other spots further back along the trail, but they were all along scree slopes, so we'd have to climb down, and then it gets deep fairly quickly, which we might explore later in the day. But I think to hang out for a couple hours, this is going to be the spot. And I gotta decide which direction I'm gonna take my long exposure, whether I go upstream or downstream. Yeah, but I don't really have a decent view downstream. So I think I'll look.
Those foul slopes.
Yeah, I think I'll look back that direction again. Might as well. And then when we go,
yeah, because we didn't really see the islands from down there.
no.
Pretty good shot.
And then when we go back down, if we stop later in the day along one of those other spots, I can shoot downstream. But I think this is going to be our spot.
Oh yeah! Oh, now that I'm used to it, I might be able to make it out to that island. This fucking tempting as all hell. Huh? I'm not cold now. I'm gonna go. I wanna watch you jump first. Come on. Oh, it feels so funny. Ain't that fucking nice?
We have left our hangout spot. It is approximately 2:30. So we're there for about 2.5 hours. Went for a swim. That'll be on a long exposure. Should have been posted. I'll link to it posted. Now we're gonna go down back along the lake. We didn't make it to the end of the lake. Nash wants to swim too hard. we'll save that for next time when we go waterfall hunting up here. But we're gonna go down to the peninsula we walked by, see if we can get a spot out there. Looks to be a little steeper. Maybe find a place to jump off of. Swim there for a little bit. I'll probably put this GoPro on my head and go for a swim with it. And then we will head back down the mountain. Oh, it is warm in the sunshine though. So pretty. Eh? It is warm. Well, the spots we scouted out this morning for swimming in the lake are now in full afternoon sun. Those are just too dang hot. So we bailed on the lake. We're gonna go back down to that creek crossing of that bridge. You need to get on this log, Nash. What? You need to get on the log. Yes. Anyway, we're gonna go down back to the bridge over the creek and swim in that pool there. There was an even cooler pool up right at the outlet where it shoots down. And then the creek literally goes through like a little slough chute for about 40 feet. And it ends up in this pool, and the pool's probably 20 feet across and at least 15 feet deep and just straight down. But we were about 30 feet above it on the trail, and there was no way to feasibly get down there without ropes. So that would have been our swimming hole of choice. But we know of a spot much easier to access that's almost as pretty. So we'll go hit that up. That you might want to see some downhill cruising in the shade. This thing, completely forgot about this. This is the one major obstacle in the trail that the brushing crew did not seem to be able to handle. And as you can tell, it's quite intriguing to try and get up and around. You won't find tree obstacles of this size in most of the US. But here in Washington, if the trail crew hasn't come up the trail in a couple of years, probably run into one every quarter mile or so. We just grow them big. Oh yeah. That steeper one's a little entertaining. Nash has his way of going down these, and I've got mine.
Better for your knees.
I don't feel it in my knees at all.
Well, it's literally better.
It's literally not mattering.
Maybe.
Got ourselves a wedgie because we went swimming. So, we went swimming in the pool down there.
It was pretty.
It was super pretty, super chilly. That'll be a long exposure there, and I also shot a long exposure looking that way. So yeah, 2 for the price of 1. Now, we're gonna go down the trail, get on our bicycles, and go back to Rex. But victory drink time. Woo! Woo! Successful day, 2 different swimming holes. Enjoyed ourselves. Time to vamonos. Now, I should say this. How do I want to word this? I do not condone drinking and driving in any way, shape, or form. I will not be alcoholed when I get on the bicycles. I'm having one tiny little baby slurp, and it's still going to take us probably another 45 minutes at least to get to the bicycles. By that time, I will be sobered up anyway, and I also will not be drinking when I get anywhere near my vehicle anyway. This is just a little victory shoot. I had a decent amount to drink over the course of the day, probably 3-4 pulls, so call it maybe 2 shots over the course of the day, but I am completely sober. And again, I would not operate any vehicle, motorized or otherwise, while intoxicated. This is just a little victory slurp to celebrate a very, very successful day.
This was your PSA, my friend.
As corny as it sounds, I will echo all the alcohol commercials, not just for legal reasons, but for smart reasons. Please drink responsibly. Don't ruin a great day out in the woods by getting drunk and crashing, whether it's yourself on the trail, yourself on a bicycle, yourself in a car, any of the above. Don't do it. It's not worth it. And that was been my PSA. Now, next stop, bicycles, and probably I'm not even gonna film when we get on the bicycles. I'll just film our outro when we get near Rex. Oh God. Oh, big rocks. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Oh, who put that there? Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, dance. Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, dance. Whee! Boogity, 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 boogity. Obstacles. Popsicles. The creek crossing ain't too bad in August versus June. It's kind of terrible. That got me wet. Oh God. All right. Back at the bridge over the Miller River. Back at the cars. So, outro time. Thank you for joining us on another Cooley Outdoors bike and hike adventure. It was 8 miles on bike and about 7 miles on hike to Lake Dorothy. Went swimming a couple times. Didn't go see any waterfalls, but I figured this first time we just focus on the lake while it's nice and hot. It's too hot and too brushy to not. So yeah, let me know how you think of this video. Please give me a like and a comment. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. If you gave a dislike, please comment on what you didn't like so I can make it better for next time.
Smash that like button.
Smash that like button. Somebody fucked with that.
Huh?
Somebody
No,
fucked.
I did it.
Oh.
I just did it.
Oh, I was like, that's not how I put it away this morning.
Oh, I just did it. Like, where to go?
Let me know how we did, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.